Welcome to the podcast Pick a Brain, in association with Onset Filming and sponsored by Expo Magic. In today's episode, we're diving into a completely different way of looking at learning and development, one that moves beyond framework and into how people actually think. Joining us today is Mr. Rajiv Raghavan, a seasoned L&D professional based in Middle East. With close to 2 decades of experience in leadership development, communication, and organizational capability building, what makes Rajiv's work stand out is his focus on creating thinking, not just delivering training. In his conversation, we explore a powerful and unconventional approach he uses. One that helps individuals and teams unlock deeper insights, build alignments, and see challenges from entirely different perspectives.
A client recently asked me, "Hey, do you only do training programs on soft skill courses?" And I told them, we cover end-to-end talent management solutions for the organizations. What does that mean? We have structured it into 4 powerful verticals. Vertical 1, training and leadership development. We cover soft skills, functional, compliance, and leadership development backed with global certifications. Vertical 2, e-learning and learning platform. Beyond training, we offer e-learning solutions and AI-backed learning platform. Think of them as a next-gen LMS or LXP systems designed to scale and personalize learning. Vertical 3, talent intelligence and assessment. Hiring right and developing talent is critical. Our tool help organizations with hiring, competency framework, assessment, and individual development plans, ensuring the right people grow in the right roles. Vertical 4, virtual reality simulations. The future is AI and VR-based learning. Hyper-personalized, immersive, and designed for real-world skill mastery. So, when someone asks, do we only do training? The answer is we take care of everything that builds talent and transforms learning. That's us, your end-to-end talent solutions partner.
Let's welcome Mr. Rajiv onto the podcast. Let's pick his brain. Rajiv, it's so great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Anjali. Really glad to be here. Looking forward to the conversation.
Amazing. We have prepared a few questions for you. Let's start with your journey. You've been in the learning space for quite some time now. How has that evolved over the years?
Good question. I started my journey in L&D like any other learning and development professional. Build a course curriculum, design and deliver training programs, build frameworks, skills building activities, and it went on. Over years, I realized something is not working somewhere. People do attend trainings, they go back to their work, but things the company want is really not changing. That made me pause and reflect. Is it something related to the problem with the knowledge? Or is it something deeper? That's when I started digging a little deep dive into the situation.
That's a very interesting observation. So what did you start doing differently?
Well, I started shifting my focus from just listening to thinking.
Okay.
Only then I wanted to approach what are the different other ways, and I realized experiential learning makes a big difference because people just don't learn or discuss. They find it interesting when they do it hands-on by themselves. That's where deeper learning starts, is what I discovered.
So you're talking about experiential learning, right? Can you make it more tangible for us?
Sure. Instead of asking people what is teamwork and then getting textbook sort of answers, you create a situation where teamwork is required and then they start building over it, right?
Okay.
And this is where the real reflection happens. So my job as a facilitator is to ensure that the reflection is known to them and shown to them. That's where real learning happens.
Yeah. Thank you so much for educating us on that. Now, I've heard about you on Lego part. Like, what is that about? Can you just give us a little bit more?
True. It's called Lego Serious Play. Lego Serious Play is one of the most powerful experiential methodologies that I have come across. It takes the idea of thinking and reflection to a completely different level,
Interesting. Lego serious play. Wow.
It is serious.
Okay, let's see how serious that is gonna be. Well, Rajiv, I'm being very curious right now. How is Lego and leadership even connected?
Well, that's a first reaction usually, Anjali, with all of us. Many people think that's actually playing with toys. In reality, it's actually a very structured facilitation methodology used globally. It's quite simple. When you ask questions, people generally give safe or expected answers. But when you ask people to build something using their hands, you notice they start expressing differently. And I think that's when the real insights come from.
So, how does a session typically work?
It follows a structured process, Anjali. First, you ask a carefully designed question. The participants start building their model using Lego bricks. Then they would share a story of what they have built. And finally, they would draw key insights based on what they have built. So, if you ask me, it's not about the model itself, it's the meaning behind the model.
And what makes this more effective than a regular discussion or a workshop?
Well, it usually removes the usual dynamics that you find in the meetings. So, what happens there? Few people dominate, few often go silent, and alignment is often assumed, actually not real. Whereas here, everyone builds, everyone shares, and every perspective is visible. And interestingly, you also see that the most unspoken voices are heard in this situation. That's what Lego Serious Play brings in.
Same, it's like a mindful game or something you're telling.
There's no game, but you'll find everyone participating, and that's a huge difference in the conversation.
So, Rajiv, it's a very powerful approach. So, tell me, where do organizations usually use this?
It is used in various business contexts. Imagine leadership development programs, team conflict, problem solving. Basically, anywhere people need clarity, alignment, and better decision making.
This sounds very fascinating, actually. So, for those who are listening, they might feel it a little, off or abstract. So, can you help us demonstrate, or can you show us what can be done, like an experiment or something?
Absolutely. Let's do this together. I gave you a set of Lego bricks, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. And I'm going to ask you build very simple thing, right?
Okay.
You have some around 5-6 pieces of Lego bricks out there.
That's for me?
Yes, that's
oh
for
my
you.
God. Okay.
You're going to build a duck.
Okay.
A simple duck.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to time it for 60 seconds or lesser.
Oh, wow.
That's what I,
Okay,
you
you've put in
are
the
going
point.
to build a duck.
Okay.
And your time starts now.
Duck.
Wow.
Am I on time?
Yeah, well in advance. So can you show it to me?
Yeah. So
So what's the duck about?
Okay, this, I hope this does look like a duck, and this is a feet. That's a body, and that's like the face. I mean the beak, and this is the eyes for sure.
Okay, that's interesting. Now,
Okay, does this look like a duck? I don't know.
okay, just place it on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm going to dismantle this duck again for you. Quickly.
Okay.
Here we go.
Carefully.
Okay. In another minute, can you build a duck different from what you've earlier built?
Different from. Oh,
No thinking too much. Your time starts now.
oh wow. Okay. No, it doesn't look like a duck though. Yeah, somewhere.
Show it to me.
Yeah, something different.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, place it on the table.
Okay.
Wow, Anjali.
Okay.
If you can you build duck for one last time, please?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a body, this is a beak, that's a head. Yeah? That's a oh
It's okay.
yeah. It does still look like a duck, I believe.
Okay, Anjali, pause for a second and just look at what happened.
Okay.
Same question, same pieces, and same person. Yet 3 different answers. Now, there is a room full of people, say 10 or 20 people. I can almost guarantee you not a single duck would look the same. Never.
Okay.
When people build with their hands in 3 dimension, they see something very different happening. They get their ideas faster and see possibilities that they weren't even been thinking earlier, and it's a completely different level of thinking they bring in back to the table. Now imagine this in a real room. Instead of a duck, we ask something like, what is our strategy? What is our biggest challenge? What defines us as a team? Now, instead of one person talking, everyone builds. Now, suddenly you don't get one answer, you get multiple perspective, visible, tangible, right there on the table. And that's where the real magic happens. Lego Serious Play is not just about building models. It's about unlocking thinking faster, deeper, and far more honestly than any traditional conversation ever allowed to do.
I didn't expect that. Like, whenever I was building each pieces, I did not think that I was, doing it differently. I thought I was doing the same thing, but then the results came out really different. I can finally see what you mean by now. Well, so do people ever get attached to these models?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Even, in fact, some companies even prefer to keep the models after the session. But hey, there is a catch. It comes with a cost, by the way.
I guess that. So tell me, Rajiv, when you told me about Lego, I already had some assumptions in my mind. I'm sure others also will have these assumptions. So tell me some of the assumptions that you usually get from them.
Yes, I think there are a few that comes up quite often. First, people think it's just a fun activity, but it's actually a very structured and outcome-driven process. Second, there's a belief that it's not suitable for senior leaders. In reality, senior leaders benefit the most because it's challenged their assumptions. And third, some feel it won't lead to the results, but in many cases, it actually creates clarity much faster than the traditional discussions. And actually, people think it's about building models. It's not. It's about the meaning behind the building. Once people experience it, these assumptions disappear very quickly.
Can you tell me your approach while designing the session?
For me, the method is just a tool.
Okay.
The real focus is what clarity are we creating, and what decisions are we enabling, and finally, what changes after the session. Because without that, even the best methodologies doesn't really matter.
Let's do a quick rapid fire before you close.
Let's go.
Okay. One word for Lego Serious Play.
Clarity.
Introverts or extroverts, who benefits more?
Introverts, because everyone gets equal voice.
One thing leaders assume wrongly.
Alignment.
One thing that kills workshop.
Too much talking, less thinking.
One thing that creates breakthroughs.
Reflection.
Traditional training or experiential.
Experiential, because people remember what they feel.
Lego session in one sentence.
Thinking made visible.
Right. One skill leaders need today.
Listening beyond words.
Right. Your role in sessions.
Facilitator of thinking, not a trainer of content.
One outcome you always aim for.
Clarity that leads to action.
Wow, that was sharp. Okay, before we close, what would you say to someone hearing this for the first time? Like about Lego Serious Play for the first time.
I would say be open to try something different, because sometimes the biggest breakthroughs don't come from more discussions, they come from better thinking. And if a structured experiential approach like this can help teams think better, align faster, and move forward with clarity, it's definitely worth exploring, Anjali.
That was an amazing conversation. Thank you so much, Rajiv, for accepting our invite and coming to the platform. It was such a great having you here on Pick a Brain podcast.
It's my pleasure, Anjali. Thank you so much for inviting me to that.
Rajiv, before you go, we have something special for you.
Wow.
And this is sponsored by our team Expo Magic. So this is for you, Rajiv. Thank you for being on our show.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. If you would like to explore Rajiv's services, please comment Lego Let's Go. Also, you can visit Upgrade Skills website for the same, and we have our contact numbers given below. Please don't forget to follow, like and subscribe to Upgrade Skills channel for more episodes on Pick a Brain podcast in association with Onset Filming and sponsored by Expo Magic.